This is another episode of All Things Education Official. I'm your host, Mr. Abdullah. I don't have to respect teachers. I don't even have to respect my grandmother.
Mischievous and deceitful, chicanerous and deplorable.
Let's get into it.
Thing has been going on for like a little bit too long. I know it just started, but it's still going on too long. Y'all stretching it and stuff. So I'm gonna put my 2 cents in. First, we're gonna watch the video. So okay.
Student versus teacher part 1.
Why does the rules not apply to everybody else? That's my phone. No, you did not keep nobody else's phone. And you finna give me my shit. Don't touch me. That's
Okay, so I'm a student in a high school on my own. So I stand on, I'm gonna treat you the way that you treat me. So if you sitting there disrespecting me, then I'm gonna disrespect you back. Adult, grandma, auntie, sister, brother, I don't care. At the end of the day, you disrespect me, I disrespect you. Okay? Let's keep that in mind. Okay, now in the video, you see that the girl is asking for her phone back. First of all, and I don't care if she was on her phone in class or not, that's her grade. Can't no teacher get mad at a student because she's on her phone, whether or he's on his phone. If he wants his grade or she wants her grade to stay the way that it is, then let her be on her phone. That's her grade, not yours. There's a whole bunch of other students in the class that the teacher needed to be worried about rather than that student. Okay, I understand if she's in elementary school, middle school, but at the end of the day, she's in high school. That's her choice whether she wants to focus on school or not. So you can't get mad at her because she's not paying attention. And that girl's mother could be paying her phone bill. That girl's family could be paying her phone bill. Or her herself could be paying her phone bill. So at the end of the day, that's not your place to take her phone, whether you feel some type of way or not. Okay? So now, think about it. Teachers sit there at their desk when they're not teaching, texting on the phone and all that stuff. But then they take our phones. For what? No reason whatsoever. Because, you have classroom rules with no phones and stuff. Girl, you be on your phone in class too. So that's another thing. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean anything. Like, I understand you're older than me, respect your elders, but respect is earned, not given. So if I'm feeling disrespected by you, then I'm going to disrespect you back. Straight like that. It doesn't matter if, you're going to call home and my parents are going to get mad or any of that. Because at the end of the day, I'm on a girl's side, 100%. Now, what she want for going behind the teacher's desk? Yeah, because that's the teacher's property. But
All right. Shut up. You sound stupid. But we're going to talk about why she sounds so stupid. And I'm talking from the perspective of an individual who sees this all times. I can even go back as far as 20 years to tell you that this isn't new. She sounds exactly like the group of individuals who would be her parents. We're talking mid to early millennials would be her parents' age. So I had students that were mid to early millennials as students, and she sounds exactly like them. She actually believes what she's saying. So don't think this is a one-off. Don't believe this is just this young lady. She represents a growing group of individuals, students in our urban schools that feel this way. This is why many teachers are defecting from the educational field because of this garbage right here. Me, I get direct. I say, shut the hell up. Sit your ass down. You sound ridiculous. And of course, guess what would happen? Her mother would come in. Not her father, not her uncle. Her mother would come in and support that foolishness. I need you to understand that this is what we deal with on a regular basis. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And I'm trying to understand how much further do we have to go before they say we need to reinstitute corporal punishment, before they would start allowing teachers to bring guns into school. We see these types of policies being brought forth in southern states such as Texas. And I don't agree with it, but I do understand because her ideology is true. She does not have respect for anyone that she feels does not respect her, even though she's never really understood the whole concept of respect. I just don't understand, but I will tell you what I do know. I do know that this is a growing trend, and it is the majority of our students. It is not the minority of urban educational systems, and the system does not allow us to correct them in any fashion or form that would be beneficial for not only the child but for our own personal safety. Now, I must admit that when you start talking about young ladies and young men who have these attitudes, typically, sad to say, it's the young ladies who are the most boisterous with this mentality. The young men, they tend to have this way about them. Sometimes it gets physical, but what I do recognize is when a strong man comes to the classroom, I don't deal with it. We don't deal with it. But typically, you will see this from young ladies. It's so sad. But what I want you to know is that if you have a child in public education, you need to be mindful that you are not just worried about the teacher. You're not just worried about your child. You have to worry about the child that's sitting next to your child. Is their influence greater than yours? It's the reason why I felt that the compulsion to even have this conversation, because I just had a conversation with a young lady today in which she told me, I don't have to listen to you. You're not my father. Needless to say, I took issue with that because I said, let me get this straight. I'm literally old enough to be your grandfather, but I have to be your actual father for you to listen to me? Never mind that her father has never been in her life. I'm going to say that again. Never been in her life. So what does that tell you? She does not even understand what it means to respect a man. She doesn't respect her mother. She doesn't respect her primary caregiver. So this young lady really believed that the young lady in that video was in the right because it was her phone. I typically use the analogy. I have a car. My car is paid for. Can I just drive it up a one-way street? Can I speed up the highway? Can I drive against traffic? No, because there are rules. But children, that a lot of these analogies are lost on them. If you are trying to have your children remain in public schools, do yourself a favor. Check out the school. Check out its grade report. Take your time. Go to the school. Find out exactly what the state says about your school. Currently, they have grade reports that are statewide and district-wide. Find out those things. Make sure you understand exactly what you're putting your child into. This has been another episode of All Things Education Official. I'm your host, Mr. Abdullah. Class is dismissed.
Yeah! You are all expurgated. You are dismissed.